Well, hello everybody. This is Dr. Troy Dukowitz of the Commit and Go podcast, where we encourage you to make big commitments, take big action, and create big-ass results in your life and business. Today's topic is this. So, you say you're committed, ... Yes, I love the emphatic dots. So this is going to be a little bit reflective as we talk about today's topic, about determination. And I'm going to take you back a few weeks ago. As of this recording, almost 3 weeks ago, when my family and I were caught in a tornado driving from Illinois to a place called the Lake of the Ozarks in Missouri. And the next day, as my wife and I had both therapeutically, I think, used Facebook to kind of process the event and share it with people, one of my dear friends, Dr. David Fletcher, had reached out to me via Messenger on Facebook. And there's one key word that he had used with me which really struck a chord, and that was determination. And he had made the comment that you were really determined. You know, your determination got your family through that. And, you know, it got me to thinking, because I realized the minute I read that, I thought that's exactly what it was. I mean, I was bound and determined. I didn't know if what I was doing was right or not, but I knew that I couldn't stop, and I had to hit the gas, and I had to keep going, and I had to keep driving. I couldn't see where anything was coming from. Winds are swirling around in front of us. I just was determined to do everything and anything that I could in my personal power to be able to get our family to safety. And that was determination, right? Determination. You're going to do whatever it takes to get to where it is that you want to go. And so I took this a step further afterwards, because I realized that is something, like when I look at my life, I've always been a determined person. And so as I reflected on that particular event, getting caught in a tornado, pushing through, getting through, I mean, who knows? That determination could have gotten us hurt too. I realized that. So I'm not sitting here trying to make you think that I some way, somehow beat Mother Nature. It's absolutely not what happened. But I was determined to do what I could to get my family to safety. And so I start looking at it in other areas of my life. I thought, okay, this is cool, man. This is awesome, because like there's other times in my life. I can go way, way, way back when I was in college and I walked on to play football at the University of Illinois. I was determined to make the team, and I did whatever it would take. I was exercising outside in the wintertime. I was running on Friday nights with people literally driving down the road, throwing beer bottles at me while I was running and training because I wanted to play. I was that determined to make it. And so I fast forward and I look at now, and I look at the determination that it took for us to get through that. And then I look at other areas of my life where I've been determined and I've prevailed, and I start thinking, okay, so let's look at the now. Like, let's look at my life right now, and where in my life am I saying that I am determined, but my actions are not really showing that I'm determined. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, yours truly, I am not perfect. So I want to look at my life and I want to see, okay, I say I'm determined in body, but where is it in body that I'm really not displaying? My actions are not showing how determined I am. And maybe I'm really determined in being, but what are my actions really showing? Are they showing me that I'm really not that determined to hit my goal in being? Maybe in my relationships, I keep telling the world that I'm determined to have this in my relationship with my wife and this in my relationship with my kids, but are my actions following suit? And yes, ladies and gentlemen, we look at business and we say, yes, I say I'm determined in business and I want to grow my business, but are my actions that of a person who is determined? And this requires a really important characteristic, a really important trait for all of us, and that is to be honest. It means that I have to look at all four of these categories, and I have to be honest with myself. If I say, this is what I want for my health, I want to lose weight, I want to have more energy, I want to have better focus, I want to eat, I'm going to start eating right. Look at me go, I'm going to eat right. I'm determined to do it. And so I'm going to put in X number of calories a day over the course of the next 90 days. I'm going to track my eating, and I'm going to go gluten-free. That's it. I'm going to go gluten-free. I'm determined to do so. And 3 days in, you're off. But yet you said you were determined to do it. You get this. You can look at your own life, and you have to be honest with yourself in each area of your life. In your health, is what you want. Are you determined to get it? Will you do whatever it takes to accomplish that goal that you have for your health? When you look at your relationship, will you do whatever it takes to make sure that you can grow and expand in that relationship and how you have a vision of it growing? And the same thing in business, the same thing in spirituality. You see, people say a lot of things. People go to seminars and they say a lot of things, especially after seminars, because they have the seminar high, woohoo, and they're going to go out and they're going to save the world. And then they get home. So I'm determined to do it when I'm at the seminar, but then I get home and I have to face the facts of reality, and that's like life starts to face you in the eyes, and you realize, wow, I haven't been determined for the last 3 years. I haven't been determined for the last 3 months. And so we have to take a look at our lives. We have to be honest first. We have to stop lying to ourselves and tell the truth so we have a pure understanding of where we're starting from. And then where is it that you want to go? And then through that process, are you determined to get there? And if you're determined to get there, what does that look like? So I don't just say the word determined. People say a lot of shit, right? But what does it actually mean? If you say, I'm determined to do X, Y, Z for my business, what does that version of you look like? What does a determined version of you look like? Well, it means I'm going to get up in the morning at 5 a.m. instead of 6 a.m. And I'm going to make sure that I do my power hour, my morning ritual, my core 4, my morning success ritual, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to have it done by 6 o'clock. And from 6 o'clock to 7 o'clock, I'm actually going to sit down and write email copy. I'm actually going to sit down and write letters to 3 patients, 3 clients, and I'm going to send them out that day. I'm actually going to sit down and I'm even going to, in that 1 hour period of time, I'm going to write up what my team meeting is going to be for that day in the morning and in the afternoon. And I'm going to be so uber prepared that when I walk in, they're not going to know what hit them because I'm determined to make my business grow. Then my family wakes up and I'm determined to expand with them. So because I'm done working now, I'm going to roll right in and I'm going to hang out with my family and I'm going to get 1 hour of quality time in before I have to leave for work because I'm determined to grow that relationship. And then I hop in my car and I drive to work. And because I'm determined to grow, I'm going to listen to nothing. I'm going to listen to something inspirational. I'm going to listen to something that gets my mind in the right frame. And when I get to the office, when I get to work, when I get to wherever it is that I'm going, I am determined to walk in a frame that is powerful and leading. See, people say so much shit, but they never define what it looks like. So what would happen if you said, yeah, I'm determined to make this happen, and you actually wrote out and really in detail described what that determination would look like for you. And day in and day out, you read this version of you, this determined version of you in that area of your life. And you do this. I mean, I challenge you right now, do it for the next 30 days. What are you determined to do? What do you keep saying you're determined to do, but you're not doing? And identify realistically, like, what is it that you want? What do you really, really, really want in your life? And what are you willing to do to get there? Being ethical, being morally correct, right? Like nothing that's outside of societal norms. We're not trying to break the law here. But what are you willing to do to get there? Are you willing to do whatever it takes? Are you that determined to hit the goals that you have? And if not, then stop aiming for stuff that you don't really want. And that becomes an underlying problem for so many people, that they set goals and targets for themselves based on it sounding good, instead of being determined to make it happen. If you want determination to make something happen, you have to take the next step in all of this, which is defining the why. What is the purpose of you doing it? What is the purpose of you growing your business? What is the purpose of you growing your relationship with your spouse or your children? What is the purpose of you improving upon your health? And as cliche as it may sound, a strong enough why, and you will comply. You see, the reason that people don't hit their goals and targets is right. They're not determined enough to hit it. But ultimately, they don't have a strong enough reason to hit it. And so they falter out and it becomes okay to quote unquote fail. But when you have a strong enough reason why, and you've clearly defined what that determined version of you looks like to hit your target, you will be unstoppable. And folks, if you've listened to me long enough now, you know that's what I want for you. To create whatever it is that you want in your life so you can truly have it all. And I know you can. You've got this. You just have to be determined to get there. Look, that's all I've got for you here today. As always, thank you so much for listening. If you haven't already, please, I'd love it. I'd be honored if you go ahead and rate and review this. And look, if you enjoy this fire that I deliver here every week, Monday through Friday, share it with somebody that you think could benefit from the same fire in their lives. And as always, if you need something, man, just email me, Dr. Troy, DRTROY, @commitandgo.com. Shoot me questions. Shoot me victories. Shoot me whatever it is that you want to share with me that maybe you think could add value to my life. And hey, maybe it'll show up on a podcast. I love and appreciate and honor you. Thank you for listening as always. I'm Dr. Troy Dukowitz. This has been the Commit and Go podcast, where we encourage you to make big commitments, take big action, and create big ass results in your life and business. We'll hear you next time.